Hello, my name is Gabby, and I come to you today to discuss the different dispositions that can actually make or break a prospective teacher. In this assignment, we were asked to discuss what dispositions that we thought made us would make us an excellent teacher. Personally, I believe that I'm very good at teacher-student interaction. I think it's very important for us as educators to be able to basically build a bond with the students that we're going to be seeing on a daily basis. When you're able to build that rapport with them, they trust you to come to them with not only just their problems with school related things, but just life in general. Once you have that kind of relationship, it just makes the teaching process much easier. Also, being an effective communicator, it's important to let your students know what you expect of them. We've all been in that experience where we weren't quite sure what a professor or a teacher wanted from us, and it just made the learning process much more difficult. But if you are an effective communicator, not just speaking but listening as well, you can learn a lot about your students and learn a lot about what's going on in their lives. Also, planning has to probably be one of the most important things when you're becoming a teacher. If you're not organized, things are just going to get out of hand and out of control. And I think one of my better qualities is the fact that I am organized. Keeping classes separate, especially when you're in secondary education and you have multiple classes in one day, it's very important to keep things organized and to keep things together. Not only for you, the kids thrive better with a little more structure. So I think it's very important to remain organized. Also, I have a really good grasp on being sensitive to diversity. Growing up in the area that I did grow up in, I seen all kinds of people. We're right next to the largest military base in the world. So I had friends from every different race, from everywhere, and it just really taught me how to be sensitive to different cultures. And I think that's an attribute that needs to be transitioned into the classroom as well. That way you can be empathetic to every different student's needs and what they have going on in their culture and in their lives at home. Also, we were assigned to discuss the things that we do need to work on as far as different dispositions. And I know for a fact that I need to work on my patience. As far as being a student, I was able to grasp concepts fairly quickly and moved at a fast pace. And I need to realize that not every student is going to be like that. So definitely working on my patience and realizing that there are different types of learners where I am a visual learner. Somebody else might be auditory, so it's important for me to incorporate every different style of learning into my lesson, as well as knowing that I can't do it all, especially my first year of teaching, being able to rely on my coworkers and not being too prideful in order to ask for help. I think that's important and definitely something that I know that I need to work on as far as being a first year teacher. Also, we were asked to discuss to us what a professional educator would look like. And to me, I think that it's important that teachers always carry themselves with professionalism. We want the students to respect us, but we have to give them something to respect. And I feel like when you are dressed appropriately, the students will automatically respect you in a different way than someone who doesn't aesthetically look like they're a professional. As far as ethical boundaries, teachers they have to know where the lines need to be drawn as far as sharing personal information with students as well as coworkers. I think it's important that as an educator you keep your personal information personal and that you make sure you don't overstep those ethical boundaries as far as students in their home life as well. Because they will tell you a lot of information and there are certain boundaries and lines that you can't cross. And I think it's important to be well aware of those lines. Also, I believe that an educator, you can learn something from anyone. So educators come in different races, colors, creeds from all over the world. So um, the race really doesn't matter. The religion, all that. You can learn something definitely from anybody. I just think that it's important that we get back to the idea that teachers are professionals. In the past, being a teacher was regarded as one of like the greatest, most professional positions. And I think that we've kind of gotten away from that. And I think that it's important that we go back to that and hold ourselves to those standards that we did in the past. But in all this assignment, I think was really great, going over things that I feel like are my strengths, as well as discussing things that are my weaknesses. Appreciate your time. Thank you.